Hey, welcome in to an October the 24th edition of the Lowdown presented by Lehman's Hardware and Old Time General Store. And before I get to the teams that won league championships and before I get to the playoff berths, how do you like the Halloween effect lighting today in the PressPros Lowdown studios? I'm like a ghostly white here, and I don't know what's up because this is where I normally film the Lowdown, and I've tried the lights on that I have on typically, and I've tried the lights off that I typically have on, and for whatever reason, I look like a ghost today. So I have no idea why, but this is your Monday edition of the Lowdown, and it is not scary unless you're playing one of the elite teams from the PressProsMagazine.com area in the playoffs in week one. But before we get to that, let's congratulate Marion Local Flyers, undisputed MAC champions, win over Coldwater on Friday night, dominant win at Coldwater. Also, congratulations, Milton Union Bulldogs. Wow, 51-7 over Riverside. I guess Riverside found out that a trip to West Milton is not fun in games. And also, congratulations to Tippecanoe, Matt Burbacher, and the Red Devils. They win the Miami division of the MVL. Now, playoffs are here. You can find all the pairings on OHSAA.org if you have a magnifying glass and other spy tools, because I think their site is incredibly hard to navigate and find the pairings. At least they were on Sunday. Joe Itel has them by region, by computer point totals, and you can just know that the brackets will be exactly the same in each region as they are for the NCAA tournament. A 16 plays a 1, a 15 plays a 2, a 14 plays a 3. I don't have to go through it, do I? You figure out what's going on. So let's go through first round matchups. So typically in the first round of the playoffs, because we have 16 teams in each division, the top seeds are going to coast. Marion Local is going to play Anna. No offense to the Rockets, but that's a 16 against a 1. Marion Local has 7 shutouts this season. So the first round games for the top teams are probably not going to be very competitive. But where it gets competitive is in that kind of nebulous middle where you have an 8 playing a 9, or where you have a 7 playing a 10. So best first round games, looks to me like 6 Minster playing host to 11 Fort Recovery, although Minster won that game by 20 in the regular season. And I hear they're going to get Brogan Steffi, their quarterback, back and ready to go. Another one that's kind of in NCAA tournament times a dangerous matchup. The 12 always gets at least one win over a 5. Wouldn't bet on Cedarville at 12 at number 5 New Bremen, but that's a 5-12 matchup. When you look at Division 5, Region 18, Coldwater, coming off its only loss without Marcel Blasingame still, typically a 14 or a 13 and a 4 is not a matchup you worry about. But North Union, out of the Central Buckeye Conference, is 7-3, and they're a 13. So it tells you what? They didn't play a very good schedule. They didn't get very many computer points. Coldwater, of course, has a win over the CBC champs, Bellefontaine, a dominant win on the road. That's why the Cavs had a lot of computer points going into their matchup against Marion. But North Union might be really good. Who knows? I mean, they play in a weak league, but that doesn't mean they're not a good team. So North Union 7-3 at 9-1 Coldwater, kind of interesting. What about Tip? Tip is the 3rd seed in Division 3, Region 12. They'll play host to Hillsboro. Troy and Piqua, both in Division 2, Region 5. That doesn't sound right. Region 8, that's much better. Piqua will play host to Stebbins, who they just beat. 6-11 matchup. Troy will play host to Cincinnati Anderson. Anderson throws it around a lot. Troy likes to run the ball. So we'll see how that one works out. In Central Ohio, your best matchup looks to me like number 11 Marysville, which was undefeated last year going into the playoffs, against former Minster coach Garen Stokes and the 6th seed Dublin Kaufman, 6th seed in Division 1 Region 2. Now, a 16 rarely beats a 1, but in Central Ohio, Dublin Jerome is the number 1 seed in its region, and Dublin Jerome, that's Division 1 Region 2. Jerome plays host to Olentangy, which 2 weeks ago beat Jerome in overtime. So it tells you the depth of the OCC. Tells you got to be ready every single night. You know, all the cliches about, on any given Friday night when it comes to high school football. This week, no Saturday action. Next week, and for the succeeding weeks, Saturday and Friday action in the high school football playoffs. We are an exclusive service of Lehman's Hardware and Old Time General Store. Now's the time to build in your itinerary, you Marion fans, Coldwater fans, Tip fans, and Milton Union fans who have very reasonable, and New Bremen fans, I would add, very reasonable expectations of getting to Tom Benson Hall of Fame Stadium for state championship weekend. Now's the time to build into your schedule a side trip to Lehman's, which is 4 miles off Route 30, just off the highway on Kidron Road. Can't miss it. You'll love it. Trust me on that. If you'd like to go with a $50 gift card, you still have a week to get your entries in for the October Lehman's gift card giveaway. We give away a $50 gift card from our friends at Lehman's every month. And you can always get a discount on their merchandise at lehmans.com, LEHMANS.com. You can always get a discount by using the promo code PressPros10 when you order. PressPros10 when you order. How do you enter that gift card giveaway? Well, we'll put the directions on the crawl for you. Send an email to PressProsContest@gmail.com, PressProsContest@gmail.com. Get those in by the end of the month, and we will draw at the end of the month for our latest gift card winner. We have all league teams coming out this week, and I buried the lead. Tonight, we have the Monday Huddle, where we'll be talking about all these playoff matchups with multiple state champion coach Tim Boeckman, formerly the head coach at St. Henry. So Tim will join us tonight, Sonny Folks and myself, at 8 o'clock. Wherever you're watching this video right now, we'll be back at 8 o'clock tonight talking Ohio high school playoffs in depth. Who do we see making it to Canton? Who do we see making it to perhaps a regional final berth? What's the status of Marcel Blasingame? We'll have it all for you tonight on the Monday Huddle, 8 o'clock, right here on your PressPros social channels. For now, we thank you for watching. We thank our friends at Lehman's, and we wish you a very, very happy Monday as we enter into the high school playoffs.